The first picture was taken during the Patriots victory of the Super Bowl. My first host family was from Boston, so we were cheering for them. This picture was taken during New Year, and I was with my host sister and some other friends. Here was at NASA Space Center in Houston, and I was with my host grandma that was visiting from Boston. This place was ICE. It's a place that they set up every year in Dallas in a really fancy hotel, and it's all made out of colored ice, and it's really nice. Here is when I got married, and I got my American passport. No, it was during the Renaissance Festival, and the poor guy had to take a picture with me because he was a facilitator, so it's his job. Here was during Halloween party, and you can see my host mom in the back with 70 coats ready to party. And this picture was taken in Dallas. We went on Lake Travis, and you can zip line over there. It's really fun. Wait, it's in Houston. I'm just kidding. Austin. You? So I just want to thank you, everybody, for coming here tonight. And it means a lot for us to share our experiences with y'all. Thanks for keeping up with our weird accents and being a really supporting audience. This program has shaped us as young adults. And I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity. We know that without your hard work, all of this could not be possible. This year has gone by really fast, and I still remember the first time we got here. We couldn't even talk, we couldn't even speak to each other, and it was super awkward. I remember listening to the Rotarians and not knowing what's going on, but still they were like really supportive and patient with us. So now we're all almost bilingual, and we got an amazing experience on our shoulders, and that's just because of you and your kindness. I hope that you will be able to expand this program and keep up with it, because so that many more kids will enjoy it. It's hard to find the right words, so I'll just say thank you from all around the world. Thanks.
Thank you, Rotary. Thank you, Rotary. Thank you, Rotary. Thank you, Rotary.
Danke an Rotary. Obrigada, Rotary.
ขอบคุณ Rotary.
Merci, Rotary.
Obrigada, Rotary.
Merci, Rotary.
Merci, Rotary.
Dankeschön, Rotary.
Vielen Dank, Rotary. Grazie, Rotary.
And next, welcome Dick Mogul, Global Grant Scholarships Chair.
Howdy from Aggie Land. Howdy. No more whoops than that? Okay. To me, one of the greatest programs in Rotary is the opportunity to send bright young people to all corners of the world to learn of other cultures and to share their culture with others. Rotary has done this for many years through foreign exchange, youth exchange, and scholarship programs, and GSE programs. Our district has one scholar selected under the new Global Grant Program, Jo Aiken, and she's currently studying in London, and will be back this summer in the district and may be available for programs. She is sponsored by the Rotary Club of Nacogdoches. She's an outstanding candidate, quite a young lady. Today we are pleased to have two of our past scholars with us to share their experience with you. Come up on the stage. Paulina Martinez attended Texas A&M University and was sponsored by the Rotary Club of College Station. Paulina studied in Chile. We also have with us Rebecca Maxwell, who spent her scholarship time in Scotland. And she may have had more of a language barrier in Scotland than Paulina did in Chile, I'm not sure. She was sponsored by the Rotary Club of Beaumont. First, they're going to have them give you a short presentation. And first, let's welcome Paulina Martinez.
Hi. Or howdy, I'm an Aggie. Okay. So my name is Paulina Martinez. I was an ambassadorial scholar in 2013, sponsored by the Rotary Club of College Station and hosted by the Rotary Club of Valdivia Añil. I spent 1 year living and studying in the south of Chile. Just to let you know a little bit more information about Chile, the south of Chile has a lot of German influence, so there's a lot of breweries, a lot of beer culture, rained every day, and it's also a region known for its earthquakes and volcanoes. The largest recorded earthquake actually happened in the city that I was living in 1960, I think. And the flags are very similar. I still get confused to this day. No. Yes, so I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things. First, the academic component of my year, and then I'll talk about a little bit more of the volunteer and service side of it. So for what I decided to study was I started some grad classes in rural development at the Universidad Austral de Chile. My classes explored topics like the regional water rights in Chile. The water is privatized in Chile. They explored urbanization, policy, territory and state, and then agro-tourism. So that's a way that a lot of rural communities come out of or develop economically is through this thing called agro-tourism, and tourism basically based on what they do, showing that to people who want to come and see, what they do agriculturally. I was also able to take a class in the theory of human scale development under a Chilean economist, Manfred Max Neef. He was a 1983 Right Livelihood Award laureate. And what basically his theory talks about is the idea that development should be about people and not about objects. So when you typically think of development, you think economic growth and those kind of things. But what he would say is that he would argue that growth is not the same as development, and development does not necessarily require growth. So there was a separation between the needs of people and then the satisfiers of those needs, not necessarily equating them exactly. So apart from studying, I took part in several volunteer activities. It was through Rotary that I got in contact with the church that I was going to. We had a guest speaker at one of the Rotary meetings, and he was from Germany. He was actually a German missionary. He's building a church project with ecoladrillos, which is basically a brick that is made out of a plastic bottle. So we collected a lot of plastic bottles, and we would stuff it. You could either stuff it with trash or debris or just dirt. And so we were making these bricks, and he was teaching us, this expertise from Germany actually, that how to build, all kinds of things with that, how to make buildings with these eco bricks. So, as part of that, I actually organized a little online fundraiser, and I was able to, with the help of a lot of generous donors, we raised about $1,000 for just to help out a little bit with that. Another activity. I was also teaching English for a semester at a rural school. I kind of wanted to get more plugged in with the rural community and see what what the education was like. And so I was basically teaching 3rd through 8th grade just on a volunteer basis after school. So I have a passion for teaching languages. So I lived in Korea for a year. So at the university, I started a sort of extracurricular club for learning Korean. I don't know Korean fluently, but I knew enough to sort of teach them a little bit, the alphabet and basic things, and it was really fun. We actually organized a little intercultural event with partnership with the Chilean government, a youth affairs office. And so we had some Korean youth coming to Chile, and then we had our Chilean youth, and so we kind of met up for this event that was published in the paper, and that was really unique and fun. And my club, my students or whatever, were able to present their dialogue in Korean, which was fun. And for my Rotary Service project, I actually joined an already established organization. If you recall, Chile has a lot of earthquakes and volcanoes that erupt, and the housing actually becomes a big issue. So this organization that I joined was called Techo, Un Techo para Chile, and they would build housing, low-cost housing for people who had been displaced by these natural disasters. So we started off by going out and interviewing families that were possibly in need of a home, and we had to decide, okay, well, these are the ones that could really use this this new home. And it's actually a home it's pre-manufactured, so basically all we had to do was put down the what they call bollos, something like that, and so it's just like the basis, the foundation, and then you just put up the walls. So it was something that we were able to do as young people. So I had my little construction team of about 7 to 10 young people, high schoolers actually, who were volunteering their week in winter break. Winter break being in June or July. Yeah, July is winter in Chile. So it was very cold. We were sleeping on the floor of a local elementary school. It was really tough. A lot of kids wanted to go home. But we pushed through, and we were able to build this house right here for one of an elderly couple that was really in need of that. And it just touched our hearts so much, maybe even more than we were able to touch them in that way. So, and we still, I still keep in touch with some people in Chile. They tell me that they've gone to visit and that they're doing so much better now. And so that's something that I'm really proud of. So in summary, during my year in Chile, I got to build a house and raise money for a local church, got to teach English and Korean, and I met an important Chilean economist, and also one of the presidential candidates. I got to meet him. He was a guest speaker at one of our classes. And then I also climbed a volcano. And this is not that volcano, this is a mountain that I also, not a mountain, like I guess you could say it's a small mountain. Which was really fun. The volcano that I climbed actually erupted this year. That was very scary. So after my year in Chile, basically I came home. My sister and her husband gave us the news that they were pregnant and they're gonna have a baby. So I really wanted to be close to that, and so I moved to Dallas. So that's where I'm living now. And right now I'm an adjunct instructor of English to speakers of other languages at Richland Community College, also in Dallas. And I'm going to probably start this fall taking some graduate classes in applied linguistics at the Graduate Institute of Applied Linguistics in Dallas. So basically that's a school that specializes in the study and development of and documentation of minority and endangered languages. So for example, there are almost 7,000 languages in the world, and many of them have maybe 100,000 speakers or 500,000 speakers. of that language, and they have no script, no writing system or alphabet. So there's a lot of need for developing materials in their language so that you could disseminate essential information, whether it's about health or just in education in general. The kids